Son, we need to talk.
I got nothing to say to you.
Please listen to me, all right?
Save your breath. If you think that I'm gonna forgive you after what you've done, you think again. You betrayed me. And I am never gonna forget that for the rest of my life.
You're back.
Yeah. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why?
You seem a little spooked.
It's just your imagination. Want some coffee?
Sure.
So, any news to report?
Actually, there is. Michael showed up at the office. Seemed upset.
About what?
I don't know. Before I could find out, I was asked to leave.
He's probably still trying to figure out what happened to me.
He's not the only one.
You mean Paul?
Actually, that's why I'm here. Chris, I think it's time.
Time for what?
Time for you to ditch the Kelly disguise and reappear. It's time to be yourself again. I'm not leaving here until you agree.
Go ahead, come on, come on. Take your best shot.
You know what? I got better things to do with my time.
Oh, as far as Christina is concerned, you have interfered with her for the last time.
You know, that's between her and me.
Not anymore.
Why don't you just get the hell out of my office?
You admitted that.
What?
You had sex with my fiancée.
All right, so it happened. There's no point in denying it.
My God. What kind of degenerate are you? Your son had just been baptized. Is that why she took off? Because you had sex with her?
You know, get out.
I sensed it the moment I ran into you at her apartment.
Sensed what?
That you were responsible for her leaving. Oh, you're acting so weird. It just falls right into place. What, you don't have anything to say now?
How the hell you find out about this?
Does that matter?
There's only one way you could have known, and that's from Chris. So you tell me, Baldwin, where the hell is she? You tell me now.
I do believe you're hesitating.
Well, yes, I am.
Oh, come on, Frederick. When is the last time you took a day off work and played hooky?
It was funny. I was just having that talk with some...
Talk. The time for talking is past. This is the time for action.
Can I take a rain check?
Absolutely not. Who knows when this mood may strike again?
Well, that would just indicate that maybe it wasn't much of a mood to begin with.
Oh, you responsible banker types.
Somebody has to be.
Frederick, on this basis, people would be taking rain checks on everything. Hell, some people would even be taking brain checks on life, and we wouldn't want to be like that, would we?
You're being awfully serious about a little goofing off.
If you don't come with me, I'm going to take it very seriously.
And you want to go where?
Oh, I don't know. To the mall, to the movies, to a motel, to a skating. Oh my God. I said motel, didn't I?
Oh, who's here, Mrs. Z?
Hello, 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 hello.
Oh, I wanted to take a walk, so I thought I'd come out into the country.
Oh, you came to the right place.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Elizabeth, you look marvelous.
No, I don't.
Well, having just gone through major surgery, yes, you do.
Oh, I didn't go through anything. My doctor had to postpone.
You're all right with that?
Well, since the chances are that I will either be out to lunch or dead, why would I rush?
Isn't the tumor growing?
I've always had a slow brain. I got a slow brain tumor.
Oh, God, Elizabeth, I wish I could be as lighthearted about all of this.
Well, what are my choices? Make jokes or have a complete nervous breakdown?
I just suppose you're right. You will be staying with us, though, right?
Catherine, it is very kind of you to offer, but as I was saying to Jill just a little while ago, I can't handle the hostility between the two of you. But I'll be much better off at a hotel.
Oh, no, you really should.
Just a moment, please, Esther. Yes, Elizabeth has a point. You're right, things can get very nasty with Jill around sometimes.
Well, it takes two, Catherine. It takes two.
Fancy meeting you here.
Oh, hey, am I glad to see you?
What's up?
Well, that's what I was wondering. I just had a very bizarre meeting with your father.
Oh?
Yeah, well, it seems like we have some big issues on the Gainsley acquisition. I suggested a meeting with him and Nicholas to hammer things out.
I guess he didn't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, that's right. Told me to deal with Nicholas. Leave him out of it.
Well, I think that sounds like good advice.
Something very heavy is going on between those two, I gather.
It's unbelievable. The whole thing makes me sick.
So, Miguel, did you know about my mom? That she left?
Yes, honey.
Did she talk to you?
No.
Guess she didn't talk to anyone. Sent my dad a letter. We don't know when she's coming back, if she ever is. I don't get it. How could she leave us this way?
Your mother won't stay away forever. She will come home. I'm sure of it.
How can you be sure? Who knows what my mom might do? She walked out on her family. In a million years, I would never think she'd do that. But she did.
Cassie. I'm so sorry that this is so hard for you to understand.
Why did this happen? That's what I want to know. How did everything get so totally messed up?
I don't blame you for being angry with me.
Oh, that's big of you.
You don't have to hide your pain behind sarcasm right now.
Okay, fine. You want to hear all the details about how it made me feel seeing you and my wife all over each other, Dad?
Son, it meant nothing. Very little did happen. And I stopped it immediately. I mean, didn't you see that through the window?
Is that supposed to make me feel better? My God. You know, it's bad enough that Sharon does this. We pretty much come to expect stuff like this from her. But from you, my father, you've taught me right from wrong. I looked up to you and respected you. What the hell were you thinking?
All I can tell you is that there's so much more to this than you realize.
I don't even want to know what that means.
What that means is that this does not have to ruin your life. You can get past it.
You know, if it was anyone else, then maybe I could. But after seeing the sight of you and my wife like that, you know, I look at you, and I don't even know who you are anymore.
I've offended you.
No.
I've shocked you.
No.
Gee, Frederick, I was hoping for some kind of an effect.
Well, the idea of adjourning to a motel, yeah, believe me, you had an effect.
And what would that be?
Well, I'm flattered. I'm surprised.
I suppose we're not even going to try for turned on and out of your mind.
Well, Jill, you know you're a very attractive woman, and may I say a very sexy one.
Well, thank you.
I just don't really understand where all this is coming from.
Okay, let's forget the motel. I was just looking for a reaction anyway. But a movie, R-rated though, has to be R-rated.
I can't. At least not today. Another time, I'd love to.
You mean that?
Absolutely. So all of this just because it suddenly hit you that you only live once, huh?
Heavy stuff, mortality.
Yeah. A lot of people would rather not think about that.
Or you can thumb your nose at it and do something fun and irresponsible.
Go to a movie. You're supposed to be at work.
Oh, that doesn't sound like much, does it? Gotta spice it up. I know. We could rob a bank. Oh, sorry. Another bad idea.
How did you find out about Chris and me?
That is none of your business.
Yes. I'm making it my business.
I want to focus on what you did.
Well, it sounds to me like you already have that figured
Oh,
out.
well, it's not hard. I can figure it out all right. You manipulated her into bed. Oh, you played mind games. You made her believe that she was responsible, made her think that she seduced you. Yes, and if that's the way it happened, of course she took off. She couldn't come to me. Maybe that's not even the answer. Maybe this whole disappearing act is a hoax staged by you.
Oh,
Maybe Christine isn't even off somewhere. Maybe she's right here in Genoa City.
Well, you would know. You're the one that talked to her.
Lynn, I know you mean well, but I'm not ready.
Ordinarily, I'd accept that, but you know what, Chris? I learned something today that changes everything.
What do you mean?
Paul told me
He told you what?
that you two made love right before you left town.
What else did he say?
No details. But Chris, knowing the moral and ethical person that you are, I finally understand why you left.
You think I felt guilty?
Yes, of course, for being with a married man. And I also understand something else.
What's that?
Why you've been so focused on trying to prove Isabella unworthy of Paul. Because if you can do that, you can move on, you can forgive yourself.
Watch it, you are crossing the line.
I'm sorry, Chris, but I have to speak my mind whether you want to hear it or not. This effort to expose Isabella, it could go on indefinitely. Meanwhile, you're wasting your time, precious time. You and Paul belong together. You were meant for each other.
That's enough.
I'm only saying something that you're too stubborn to say yourself.
You know what your problem is? You're so biased against Michael that you're ignoring the fact that this is a lot more complex for me. I am engaged to the man. He matters to me. Paul is a part of my past.
part of your past that you can't forget. Whatever your feelings are for Michael, whatever he's come to mean to you, God knows I don't even want to try to define it. But those feelings aren't even in the same league as your feelings for Paul.
I can't believe you're lecturing me about this.
The fact that you can't even sleep in your own bed, it finally makes sense. That's where you and Paul made love, isn't it, that night? And you want to be out here because you don't want to be reminded of how beautiful it was.
Shut up. All right, just shut up. You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm really the last person that should be robbing a bank.
Just kidding. Life's too short to be spending in jail anyway.
You're really into this mortality thing this morning.
It's my mother. She has a brain tumor.
I'm sorry.
She's taking it a lot better than I am.
Surgery, will that help?
That's what we're gonna find out. Anyway, we were just over there talking, and she reminded me that I spend too much time beating up on myself. So it hit me. Why not be nice to myself for a change? I'm walking out, I see you, and I think maybe having a good time together for a day with you would be just the ticket.
I'm kind of spoken for today.
Don't give it another thought.
Yeah, all right. How can I not? You've certainly given me plenty to think about here.
Yeah, very refreshing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it certainly was.
Okay, but promise me one of these days we're gonna take an unscheduled day off, go to a movie, rob a bank, and then curl up in a motel and watch R-rated movies together.
Nothing to joke about. Hello, sweetheart.
I don't believe the woman was joking, Frederick. Anita.
Yes, the wife. Such a damn inconvenience, isn't it, Jill? That Frederick is married.
You know what I find so damned ironic?
What's that, son?
Is that night when I saw you and Sharon, I finally realized after months of indecision, I didn't want a divorce. I wanted my wife and kids back.
In other words, you were ready to work things out, right?
Yeah. I believed Sharon when she said the only thing that mattered was us and our family and the things we shared together. And I was excited, Dad, not just for me, but for what it was going to do for Sharon and Cassie and Noah.
Don't you understand you can have all that back? Nothing has really changed.
Everything's changed.
Son, not because of one insignificant kiss. Come on. The love that you're talking about never dies. Look at your mother's and mine.
Yours and Mom's? It's such a joke after what you've done.
Son, you have every right to condemn me. But please, do not punish Sharon.
Why? Because you were the aggressor? Do you think that gets her off the hook, Dad? I don't remember her fighting you off.
But didn't you just say that you loved her despite everything?
Yeah, well, sometimes love isn't enough. I will never go back to Sharon after what I saw. You want to know what the most tragic thing of all this is? It's what it's going to do to the kids. Especially Cassie. The only thing that little girl ever wanted was a family. And now you, after one selfish moment when you couldn't restrain yourself, you have destroyed all of that for her.
You know, Vicky, I told your dad that I'd like to help if I could. Work things out with Nicholas.
How did he react to that?
About like you are. Pretty grim. Doesn't seem to think there's much hope.
Well, I guess that's one thing my dad and I agree on.
Oh, do I detect that you have some issues with him also?
Nothing like Nick.
Does this have something to do with the guy you were seeing?
He was just a catalyst. He seemed to bring to the surface my dad's intense need to control everything. But he's not really an issue anymore. My dad's attitude is.
Wait a minute. Diego. Diego's not an issue.
No, we're not seeing each other anymore, and I don't really want to talk about it.
Okay. I'm sorry, though. I had the feeling that he meant a lot to you.
things just aren't meant to be.
You sure this is one of them?
Look, I know you're trying to help, but you can't resurrect something that's already dead.
It really is a lovely day out, Mrs. Foster. Did you enjoy your walk?
It was very nice, sister. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Esther.
Catherine, I didn't mean to imply that you are more to blame than Jill.
Just equally to blame.
I haven't been around here in years. I shouldn't even have an opinion, but I just hate to see the two of you at each other's throats every hour of the day and
Well,
night.
Jill and I have learned a lot about staying out of each other's way.
That's no way to live.
It works better than you would think. I don't know. I just, oh,
Now go ahead. Say whatever it is you want to say.
Elizabeth, things were absolutely lovely around here before Jill came.
That's bad chemistry.
Oh, please, if there's one person on the planet that you have bad chemistry with, for God's sake, then you have to start thinking it's possibly that other person's fault.
You get along well with everyone else.
And Jill gets along with absolutely no one.
Catherine, what do you want me to do? I mean, I realize that I must not have been the greatest of mothers, but it's a little late to start beating up on myself.
Oh, yes,
Well, I guess all I can do is I can pray that Jill will find her happiness, or whatever that means to her.
Honey, Jill and I were just talking.
I think if it was up to Jill, you'd be doing a lot more than that.
Oh, Anita. Come on, you're reading way too much into this.
Right, Jill. It's me, right? I'm suspicious. I'm paranoid. I'm a real bitch on wheels.
No, I was just being silly. Frederick and I'd like to think that we're friends, aren't we?
Well, of course we are. That's all there was to this. I mean, really, Anita, you're making more out of this than you should.
I'm sorry if it came off as anything.
You know what, Frederick? Actually, you're right. I am. And there's no need. Because it's kind of pathetic, actually.
What is?
I was at the club the other day talking with some friends. Someone mentioned Jill Abbott. They said, now there is someone you have to watch your husband over. And then someone else said, not for much longer, dear. She's getting old.
Well, you know, Anita, that's uncalled for.
Just telling it like it is.
She's all yours. You have my deepest sympathies.
What the hell are you talking about? You couldn't leave well enough alone. You got a wife. She's home rocking your child to sleep, and you're out jumping your ex-wife.
Oh, don't be crude.
I could call it any number of things, but I doubt romance had anything to do with it. This was all about your ego, your jealousy.
It's not about my jealousy.
Come on. All that crap about wanting to protect the lady, what a load. The fact is, it galled you that I was able to make her happy. You couldn't stand that, could you?
Get out. Get out of
No,
here.
you got a lot of mileage out of portraying me as some sick, despicable, evil devil. The truth hurts. I guess all that's been proven a crock now.
Get the hell out of my
And
office.
one more thing. When Christine gets back, you stay the hell away from her. Because, you see, you're sick and you're perverted. And the last thing she needs is to be around you again. And as for what you did, you spend the rest of your miserable life thinking about that one.
talk about it, Lynn. It's personal.
Don't let it consume you, Chris. If you'll do this one thing for me, one thing, I'll leave it alone. Go to Paul. Talk it out, please. If I'm off base, if I'm wrong about your future with the man that I know you still love, I will never mention it again, I promise.
You just don't get it, do you? It's none of your concern.
I'm trying to...
I know. I understand. I gotta get out of here.
There was really no need to be cruel to Jill.
Yes, there was, Frederick. She was all over you.
She was not.
I have been waiting upstairs for half an hour.
You asked that I
to give me time to freshen up, not forget why I was there in the first place.
I was just having a little conversation.
Oh, yes, I know, about movies and motels and fun. The only problem is you were planning it with another woman.
Elaine, why don't we just start over? Let's go upstairs and let's let nature take its course and see what happens, huh? Come on.
I don't think so.
Please. I tell you, I will spend the rest of the morning, I promise, apologizing to you in all sorts of exciting
You know
little ways.
what? I have lost the mood. Maybe some other time. When I don't have to see the image of that awful woman staring at you like a slice of chocolate cake. Why don't you just go back to the office and watch your interest rates, Frederick? I need some time to myself anyway.
Oh, Elizabeth, you're a far greater mother than you think you are. My dear, you have 2 wonderful sons.
And my Jill is a lovely and talented woman.
Who could use a personality transplant?
Oh, stop it, Catherine. I love her.
Yes, I know you do. I know you do, but... Oh, my God, I just can't help wondering. It's...
What her real parents were like.
A couple of certifiable nutballs, I would assume.
I have no idea. Let's just drop this and have our tea and enjoy it, Catherine.
Yes, indeed. I agree. I agree.
You know, by the time your children get to a certain age, they are who they are. You might as well accept it.
Amen.
And you love them no matter what.
Mm.
Mama. Oh, Jill. Catherine and I are just having some tea. Do you want to join us?
You know, I don't believe I will. Because I'm sure that wrinkled old viper over there is giving you 25 earfuls of poison about me. So the hell with it. The hell with it!
Did anything I say sink in,
Lynn,
Chris?
I am not interested.
Where are you going?
Crimson Lights, why?
Do you want some company?
I don't mean to be rude, but you are not good company for me right now.
Paul Williams,
Hey, boss.
where did you run off to?
I was asked to leave, remember?
Oh, yeah, right.
You still sound kind of down. Why was Michael there?
You know what? I'd rather not get into it.
Maybe you should. How about over a cup of coffee?
Okay.
Great. I'll meet you at the coffee house.
All right.
Bye. Only I won't be there. Chris will.
Cassie, may I bring you anything? Maybe some hot chocolate. change your mind.
Okay.
So, it's all over with you and this guy.
I thought I was in love. Maybe I was, but so much of it just didn't feel right, and I felt like I was really struggling to hold on to something that wasn't there anymore.
Well, Vicky, if that's where you're at, it's probably better you let go.
Yeah.
Anyway, now that we covered that ground, back to the original subject at hand, which is Nicholas. How do we get things back on target with him and your dad?
Yeah, I wouldn't look for that to happen anytime soon.
So, when did you become such a pessimist?
You don't know what happened.
No, I don't, but I think that your father may be working on improving things already.
Why do you say that?
Now, when I spoke with him earlier, he mentioned something about family conflicts spinning out of control.
Yeah, okay, that's one way of putting it. Did he tell you what he meant by that?
No, he did say he wasn't sure if he could ever work things out with Nicholas. I told him that he'd never know if he didn't try.
You said that?
I'm not sure I got through, but I think there's a good chance that Victor was on his way to see Nicholas when he left here.
You think my dad was looking for Nick?
He didn't say that. It's just a feeling that I had.
Neil, I hope you're wrong, because if you're not, it could be a disaster.
What are you talking about? Hey, Vicky!
Nothing I can say to you.
It's too late. You know, it blows my mind the way you dismiss all of this as if it were nothing. What about the consequences? Or are those just for the little people? The all-powerful Victor Newman is exempt from all that.
Son, that's ridiculous.
Is it? You know, maybe this is where Sharon got this idea that you don't have to take responsibility for your actions. She got it from you.
For your information, son, I've paid my dues many times over in my lifetime.
Oh, give me a break. Rules are different for men like you.
I don't have to listen to this.
That's right, you don't want to. You know why? Because no one questions you. That's my point, Dad. You think you're above all this.
You know that I've never claimed anything like that.
You destroy people's lives without batting an eye. Cassie?
I got tired of waiting for you, Dad. You promised you'd come and talk to me.
I know, I'm sorry. I'll be up very soon, okay?
It's okay. Don't worry about me.
Where's your mommy, sweetheart?
She left.
She did?
Victor doesn't know yet?
I haven't told him.
Where did she go?
We have no idea. I'll talk to you later, Dad.
I'll see you real soon, okay?
Okay.
Sharon is gone?
Yeah. She sent me a letter this morning.
Are you serious?
I'd like to try and explain it to my kids, but I'm in the dark as much as they are. All I can do is comfort them, because right now I'm all they got.
You mean she just up and left like that?
Shows how desperate she must have been. And she loves those kids more than life itself. She must feel like there's no hope left. Just like there's no hope for me, Cassie, or Noah.
Son, there's always hope.
Don't start preaching to me. You're the reason all this has happened. And I don't ever want to see you again. You got that? You no longer have a son.
Hey, Cody.
Hey, Paul.
See, is Lynn around? I'm supposed to meet her.
No, I haven't seen her.
Can I get a cup of coffee while I wait?
Yeah, coming right up.